Adopting Agile does not mean ripping up your existing project methods. In fact, dipping into the Agile toolbox is easier and more beneficial than you may think. So where should you start? Well, it won't surprise anyone who has worked with me as a project management leader and coach when I say we should focus more on Agile's principles and ways of thinking rather than any specific tools and techniques. Over the next 3 minutes, I'm going to look at just 4 of the concepts from the Agile Manifesto with some examples of how I apply them to all of my projects. Firstly, continuous integration. This covers a lot of ground, but let's focus on the concept of cross-functional teams, which I'm sure you already have in your projects. But this thinking encourages all of the project's teams and functions to regularly attend the same meetings, taking more of an interest in the progress of each other's work streams. One of the key benefits of which is that you minimize risks, such as, at the end of the project, finding out that different teams' deliverables have become incompatible. Checkpoint meetings are an ideal place to start. So ask yourself, do you have all the work streams attend one update meeting, or do you tackle them one by one in isolation? Secondly, customer representation. You should strive to ensure that the customer is really part of your project team. Sure, sometimes corporate politics get in the way, but take every opportunity to ensure that your customers, both internal and external, are involved as much as possible in your project meetings, just as your other work streams are. There will be positive impacts such as accuracy and clarity of requirements, more customer empathy with the impact of the changes they request, and it will encourage your customers to support you more like colleagues rather than demand from you like suppliers. Next are sprints, iterative development and backlogs, all a common feature of Agile developments. The core is to encourage your project to have customer-led, simply defined requirements. At its heart is that the requirements are reviewed regularly and are always prioritised with the customer. The project can be, if it's suitable, delivered through smaller, more manageable and more predictable phases known as sprints, which can give the overall project more of a chance to be successful. And finally, Scrums, and this is my favourite. The first time I sat in a software development Scrum meeting, I was blown away by how in just 10 minutes each day, the Scrum Master got up to date with all outstanding tasks and issues and set the next day's tasks. And since then, all of my project checkpoint meetings have been run in the same way, regular, quick, and focused on what's happening now and next. In particular, I adopted the use of what I call healthy checkpoint dialogue between the project manager and each workstream. This ensures that you get an accurate and unambiguous view of the status of the work. For example, I will ask, how much time have you spent on that task? And how much more time do you need to finish the task? But I won't ask, how far through are you? Encouraging team leads to give you a percentage complete answer will not give you the really important information and can hide the fact that tasks are actually slipping. So these are just a few examples of how Agile principles can be used in any project environment. I hope that you found this interesting and you won't be afraid to look into Agile further. Like with all methods, steal from them, take what works, change it to make it your own, and don't be put off by the technical jargon. If you'd like to hear more about how Agile thinking can complement your existing project approach, then please get in touch via the link in the comments.